Senator Lopez, you have agreed to shepherd the PRC reform bills through the Senate. How do you think they're going to fare over here?
Well, I believe with all the difficulties that we've had with the PRC over the last several years, it's not just something brand new. I do believe that it's time for us to look at and see what we can do to present to the voters some changes. I sat on the task force that looked at government restructuring, and I certainly endorsed the bill that came out of that committee a few years back for us to look as to what we can do about the PRC. I think the intent of the voters several years back when we passed the change wasn't what we've come up with at this point. So I do believe that the bills will fare and have a very thorough discussion, but they will come out of the Senate.
Do you support the changes as they are completely? Are you fully behind it, or are you like, well, we should talk about it?
Well, that's the beauty of the process up here, too. There may be some amendments that may come onto it, and I think that's just the way the system works. But with how they've come across from the House at this point, I like what I see. But if there's room for improvement, let's see what my senators, my fellow colleagues will present.
The Senate Majority Leader just told me that he thinks that a 30-day session isn't enough time to really look at this. And, Think New Mexico, the group who's behind most of these, they've put out a big report last fall. They've been looking at it forever. Do you agree that this has been looked at enough, or do you think that the Senate Majority Leader has a point and maybe a 30 day isn't the right time?
Well, during a 30-day session, and I agree with Senator Sanchez, there's so much that has been packed into the session for 30 days that you do need more time for discussion and input and such. And I think we'll see how it goes, but I do believe something can come out of the Senate this time. And with all the other, we have, in my committee on Senate rules, we have had some elections issues, which we haven't even had a chance to listen to many of the measures, dealing with confirmations of the executive at this time, and of course dealing with the PRC. I know there'll be plenty of dialogue and discussion, so let's see what amendments may be offered from the senators too.
Are those bills scheduled in the Rules Committee yet?
Not yet. No, it's a House measure, and what we try to do is you try and move as many of your Senate measures, Senate bills out first before you begin the process of reviewing House bills. So that most likely will take place this weekend when we start working on House measures.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.